Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思吃都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei, and joining me today is our Tony Reed. Hello, Tony.
What's going on, everybody? It's a pleasure to be here on Takeaway Chinese, and hopefully I will take something away today.
Yeah, Tony, right now, I think climate change is a major topic
It's
around
always a major
internationally.
topic,
Yeah.
right?
And I think we as humans are facing these problems on a daily basis right now, like the extreme weathers, and now we're hearing reports saying that our food system is also in jeopardy at the moment. And now in this episode, we also want to see how these changes are affecting the animals and what we can do about it, because frankly, there are different theories about climate change, but I think humans' activities are one of the major factors in it.
Well, you mentioned climate change and outrageous weather, which is something we're all experiencing. And yes, ideally, we should be looking to help the animals and make sure that they have the resources to survive, but we also need to make sure that we can survive as well.
Yeah, exactly. we want a place on the earth that both we as humans and the animals can live harmony together on the planet. And of course, there are some key words surrounding it in Chinese, especially for our listeners who are passionate about this topic, about animal protection, about protecting our environment. And if you want to have a discussion in Chinese, please stay with us for this episode. And first of all, as usual, we'll have a dialogue about this topic.
这些大熊猫幼崽真是又乖又可爱。
通过人工繁育，现在大熊猫数量越来越多了。
我们既要重视野生动物保护，也要保护栖息地。
没错，最终它们总得回归自然，适应自然。
So we'll break it down sentence by sentence. First one, 这些大熊猫幼崽真是又乖又可爱。
So these giant panda cubs are so cute and sweet, yeah? So, 这些, I feel like it's these, right? Or like something that's like 这 is like means this.
Yeah.
And then 些 applies like plural, right? So these. And then 大熊猫.
大熊猫
This is the pandas, right? And then 幼崽.
幼崽
幼崽. I think that's cub, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Like the baby. And then 真 is like very or really. And then 是 is. And then 有乖, I think 乖 is like gentle. And then 有 again, 可爱. So 可爱 is cute.
Yeah.
So this yo combo is like saying something has like more than one adjective, right? So cute and nice, tall and strong, short and funny, or whatever.
Yeah. The yo is very common in the Chinese language, especially in daily conversations. Also maybe in some writings as well, articles as well. So
Okay.
we'll talk about this in depth later, because I think we need more time to practice the
Okay.
yo. We'll carry on to the second sentence. 通过人工繁育，现在大熊猫数量越来越多了。
So this is thanks to artificial breeding, the population of giant pandas is increasing. So 通过, I think this is through or because of, right?
Yes.
人工繁育, I think this is the artificial breeding. 现在, I think this is currently or now.
Yeah.
And then 大熊猫, again, is panda. And then 数量.
数量
This is quantity. And then 越来越, this is normally like when something is gradually moving in a certain direction. And then 多 means more, so more and more.
Yeah.
And then 了, so the quantity or the amount of pandas are increasing.
Yes, exactly. And then 我们既要重视野生动物保护，也要保护栖息地。
So this is to preserve wildlife. We should protect both species and their natural habitats. So 我们 is we, 既要. I think this 既要 is, well, 要 means like need, right?
Yes.
And then there's another combo here, like the G and then yeah. And in between that, so 重视 is pay attention to. And then again, the G, yeah, is as well as. So it's kind of jumbled together here. So it's like as long as we pay attention to. So 重视 is pay attention. And then G, yao again is need. So we need to pay attention to. And then 生动物,
野生动物保护
yeah. 生动物保护. So 保护 is like protection, right?
Yes.
And then 动物, I think 生动物, is that wildlife?
野生动物 yeah, is wildlife. 野生 is wild, in the wild. 动物 is animal, wild animal protection. 野生动物保护
Okay. And then 要, like need. 保护 protection. And then 栖息地, I think that's the habitat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the combo 季野 is pretty much the same as 又又 in the first sentence.
Oh,
The
okay.
meaning pretty much the same.
As well as, huh?
Or both, and it's just 季野 is more kind of a formal than 又又. So 又又 mostly happens in daily conversations.
Okay.
And 季野, you can also see these combos like in magazines or TVs, you know, in a more formal setting as well. But they mean the same pretty much.
Okay.
And the last sentence is 没错，最终他们总得回归自然，适应自然。
So this is agreed. They need to return to the wild and adapt to it eventually. So 没错, this is literally no mistake.
Yeah.
So this is like I agree or no doubt or definitely. And then 最终, I think this means that eventually, right?
Yes.
And then 他们 is they, and then 总, this is sooner or later or soon. They is like need, right?
总得 Day is the
总得
third tone.
So could we also say 总需要?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it also works.
总得回归. So 回归 is return. And then 自然. This is nature.
Yeah, exactly.
And then 适应自然. So 适应 is adapt to nature. So why is nature spoken of twice here?
Well, you know, in Chinese, we like repetitions. You know, we have 又又, we have 越来越, and also when we are repeating a certain nouns a couple of times or more than a couple of times, we want to emphasize on 自然, the nature, because nature is the place they will live in for the rest of their life, hopefully. And that's pretty much the whole dialogue. Do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, let's do it. 这些大熊猫有才，真是又乖又可爱。
通过人工繁育，现在大熊猫数量越来越多了。
我们既要重视野生动物保护，也要保护栖息地。
没错，最终它们总得回归自然，适应自然。 You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Fei Fei, and Tony Reed. We'd love to hear from you. You can send us your thoughts via email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. And for more fun Chinese learning, you can also follow us on Facebook by searching Learn Chinese to watch many fun videos and live streams. And coming up next, let's learn more about animal protection, 动物保护. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei, joined by Tony Reed. In the previous dialogue, we have some pretty interesting language tips. One of the combos is 又
Right.
Like in the dialogue, 大熊猫又在，真是又乖又可爱. And this yo-yo combo is very common in the Chinese language.
Okay.
And means both and. And you can use it to describe something positive or negative as you wish. For example, 她男朋友又高又帅.
男朋友, that's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
So then that ta must mean her boyfriend is tall and handsome.
It's both tall and handsome.
Both tall and handsome.
Yes. And also you can say negative things like 我的房子又小又破. Like my house is both small and ragged. Yeah. So you can just describe the things.
How do you say ragged?
破.
Poor. And dirty is what?
脏.
Oh, 脏. Okay.
又小又脏. It's both small and dirty.
我的房子. So this is 房子, is this room?
Well, it actually can mean anything. Any space you live in. It can be referring to a room or a house or an apartment.
Oh, it's like his place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can also use the yo-yo by having verb phrases. It's not only just adjectives like 又高又大. It also be used, for example, as 他又会唱歌又会跳舞.
会唱歌.
又会跳舞.
What's that?
That's she can both sing and dance. 她又会唱歌.
又会
唱歌.
唱歌.
That's sing.
Okay.
又会跳舞.
会 is can, right? Can we replace that for 可以?
Yeah.
Or 能?
Yeah.
Okay.
她又能唱歌又能跳舞. That's the same.
Okay. So we can use that for verbs as well.
Exactly as well.
If I want to say this person is my friend but also my boss. Both my friend and my boss. So 我的
他又是我的朋友。
又是。
又
是
我的朋友。
朋友。
又是我的老板。He's both my friend and my boss.
So you have to say 是 both times and you have to say 我的 both times.
Yeah, and you have to have the verb following the 有 and then the verb.
Okay.
And then the things you want to say. But for adjectives, you put the verb before the 有.
Okay.
And that's...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's yeah, you have to practice that.
Yeah.
If it was consistent for both forms, then it would be easier.
Well, actually, in some cases, you can also think some of the phrases as fixed expressions. Like 又吃又喝.
有吃有喝, I eat and drink.
又唱又跳.
有唱有跳, sing and dance?
Yeah, that's pretty much a fixed expression that you can use in a lot of sentences. You can just remember them together.
Okay.
Yeah. And 又刮风又下雨. Both the wind blows and the rain falls. It's a dreadful weather. So the 又. Also, we mentioned the 季也,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same as 又. You can just exchange them, these two combos. 妈妈的头发又黑又亮.
Right. So that means mama's hair is long.
黑 black.
Oh, black and
shiny.
shiny.
Both black
so
and
we
shiny.
use 鸡爷 so we would say 我的妈妈的头发鸡黑爷
亮. That's shiny.
Oh, 亮.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's just interchangeable.
It's mostly interchangeable.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just 记也 is mostly used in, as I said, formal settings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more formal than 又有, but it's interchangeable.
Okay.
So 妈妈的头发又黑又亮 and 妈妈的头发既黑又亮. It's the same meaning. And the other one I think is a little difficult to understand in English is really with the 总得.
总得. Yeah.
Yeah.
The day could be it means need, right?
Sometimes it means need, and 总 sometimes it means always. But I don't think when it comes to 总得, you can't always translate them to always need. Because sometimes it just doesn't make sense in English. And the phrase 总得 is kind of gives the feeling that something is very concrete and factual, but doesn't necessarily have the word always in it.
Okay.
For example, 咱们总得想个办法.
So 咱们 I think that's is that we? Or?
Yeah. We as in me is also included in the we. 咱们.
Okay. And then 总得 is always need.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense here, right?
想个 so 办法 is this like a solution?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is 想个?
It's like come up or think of.
Oh, 想 is think, right?
Think of a solution.
So here, then what is this? Have to?
Well, the 总得 here is like we definitely need
to
come up with a solution. And that's pretty much the 总得 is trying to express here.
Okay. So then I think, yeah, have to sounds good here. And then 不管发生了什么，仍总要吃饭吧。So here we have 总要. Is this the same as 总得?
Yeah. The 总 here is like you definitely need to eat no matter what happened.
So why was 要 used here instead of 得?
Well, it's kind of interchangeable as well. If you say 人总得吃饭, it's pretty much the same meaning as 人总要吃饭.
Okay. So they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like this 总要 or 总得 means like have to.
Kind of have to.
Have to or need to.
Yeah, need to. I think need to would be more precise.
Okay.
And also like 你拿了人家的钱，总得帮人家做事吧。
So you took their money, so you're gonna have to help them with the work. So 你拿 here, is this like then?
It's like take. 拿钱 take money.
Oh. 人家, what is this?
人家 is like them, they, or their.
Can we just use 他们?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. These new ways to say different things. So confusing for someone at my level.
Yeah.
So 你拿了
拿钱，你拿了他们的钱 you took their money.
他们的钱你拿了. Can we say that too?
No, that would be grammatically wrong. You need the verb for this noun.
Okay. 你拿了他们的钱. 所以 can we say that here?
Yeah.
Like so? 所以总得帮他们做事吧.
So you have to.
Oh, 帮 is help. Okay, 他们做事. 做事 is what?
Like work.
Okay. Does 做事 have any other meaning like do? Because 做 means do, right?
Yeah, so basically do the work. It's a very general term when you are not specifically referring to any work.
Okay.
So 你拿了他们的钱，总得帮他们做事吧。You took their money, so you definitely have to help them with their work. And that's what the 总得 trying to deliver here.
Okay. This is quite useful, I think. Like, what did you say? I need to go. Can you use this here?
我得走了 I need to go.
我
得
得
走了
走了
I need to go. So the 得 here is kind of the need in a way.
Okay. So you wouldn't say 总得去了
No, if you have the 总得, it's more of a general term. It's not talking about I need to go now. It's about like generally you need to do something. Generally you need to do the work since you take the money.
Okay.
But when you are saying I need to go, it's like now I need to go, right? So it's 我得走了 without the 总.
Okay. So 总 is in the general sense. Okay. Oh, thank you. I think that spells this out pretty good.
And yeah, that's the language tip we encountered in the dialogue, which both of them are really common in the daily use. And another, daily controversial type of topic is really the animal protection that we're trying to talk about today.
Trying to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think we can, really cover everything when it comes to animal protection, 动物保护 in one episode.
Right.
Right? There's so many different
ways to do it, and just on a personal level, I just omit consuming animal products because I'm a vegetarian and I'm going vegan, so I'm trying to omit cheese from my diet, and I think this is one form, because if most people stopped eating these products, then we would need to consume less animals, and so that would be one way to help with the preservation of animals.
Exactly. Like for me, the perspective I can relate to when it comes to cut down the use of animal products is really the fur products. Back in the days, like several decades ago, born in the very cold weather, it's very common for people to wear fur because practically it's warm. It keeps you warm in the extremely cold weathers. But then gradually, I think these fur products start to carry different messages, like it is to showcase your fame or wealth. And then the trade starts to expand, and everybody knows then that translates into the slaughtering of many wildlife.
Right.
And now I think a lot of brands and companies are trying to replace.
Find alternatives.
Yeah, alternatives.
Like fox fur.
They look the same, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and we're living in a warmer climate. So we don't really need that much of fur to keep us warm. And we have other technologies to keep us warm as well. So cutting down the use of products like fur is also something that we can do in our daily life to contribute to animal protection.
Yeah, and awareness of how animals are exploited worldwide. If this is something that we are aware of, then that can be pushed and advocated in different places. That way some of the poaching can come down a little bit.
And there are also some other efforts when it comes to animal protection, is like in the example of giant pandas, 大熊猫. Back in the days, it was almost near extinct. Here in China, we definitely put a lot of efforts, money, time, people into preserving the 大熊猫, the giant panda. And the good news is the population of the 大熊猫 has been rising. Scientists are also trying to return some of the giant pandas into the wild, into the nature, to help them adapt into the wildlife that they're supposed to live in naturally. So that's one effort, I think, not only happening on 大熊猫 itself, but also happening in other animals, especially endangered animals around the world. And another example would be the tigers in northeastern part of China.
Oh, really? You guys got tigers up there?
It's a very important habitat for Siberian tigers. And now, with a lot of conservation efforts going into it, the number is going up. But we are encountering new problems, like when wild tigers entering into villages where people live. And that's a new problem.
Yeah.
How to protect the safety of these villagers, I think it's the issue.
Yeah, can be a difficult task. I mean, you want to preserve wildlife, but you also don't want these tigers coming in eating people as well.
Yeah,
because that's kind of what they do as well.
Yeah, it's like it's a felony to do any harm to these tigers. So the villagers can't really defend themselves by any other means other than escaping, running away.
And you
from
can't
it.
run away from a tiger.
Yeah, exactly. Then, what's the safe choice up there? I'm not really sure. But I think the governments are trying to sort of separate the habitats of the tiger and the habitats of the humans in a certain way. But you can't really like build a wall between them. It's not something as simple as that as well.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty big dilemma.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have to figure out.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei with Tony Reid here in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column podcast. You can listen to the show and read the script there.
Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and much more. Just search for Takeaway Chinese, and don't forget to leave your comments, questions, and ratings.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
再见。